Celebrity Magnet Tom Murro is there.
Not the Z-listers today.
Oh, no. We are just
we have some
top
A,
of the
triple A
list.
listers in there today.
Yeah, when you were listing them off, my jaw was I was like, no way.
My jaw was the same way when I met them.
I can only imagine. All right, well, let's start with Real Housewives news.
We'll start with the reality stuff first, and we'll get to the A-listers later. The Bravo upfronts, they have Bravo brings out their, all of their best talent from their shows, and they all party and try to get advertisers to give them more money. That's basically the party.
Thing, right.
They give them booze and the food, and everyone has a good time. Who was there? It was Caroline Manzo. Teresa Giudice wasn't there. There's Caroline.
She's dancing.
Yeah, I caught that clip of her. She cleared it.
Down.
I asked her if I could use that. She said okay.
You got the okay?
Yeah, because she's a neighbor and friends through friends, and I don't want to
so you're kind of
upset
tight.
her. So yeah, so I made sure.
Right.
I always give I told her, I said I don't want to upset my homies.
Of course.
Yeah. So she said okay to that, and it was a good time. It was Joe Gorga, Joe.
Yes.
And Melissa Gorga, husband of Melissa. He was there with some Johnny Walker Blue, and Melissa's beautiful.
She looks fantastic. Yeah.
Still singing. She sang at the.
What'd she sing?
Watch What Happens Live. I am not sure. I don't remember the name of the song.
Well, how was she?
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was all right. She should work on it a little bit, but it was all right.
It's a work in progress. Is that what you're saying?
It is,
but
yeah.
You don't want to say?
No, Tabitha Coffey. Tabitha Coffey with the short blonde hair. She goes into the salons and beats people up about how they should run their business.
Yeah.
She's really mean on the show. She's super sweet in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
No, they're all very different in person.
Yeah. Well,
Andy Cohen is kind of like exactly
even though it's a reality show.
Right. Well, Andy Cohen's a lot like you'd think he would be.
All right. Well, we want to get to the big name celebs.
All right. Let's do that.
We only have a couple more minutes.
Okay.
So you're at the Vanity Fair party, which basically pretty much the hardest party to get into, right?
The ultimate party, the hardest party, the best party.
The party of all parties.
I talk about it all year. My friends are sick of hearing about it all year, and now I'll talk about it for the rest of the year until I go again next year. Hopefully I go again.
Only non-actor celebrity in the room.
That is true.
All right, we got to see these pictures.
Who do we have?
You were surrounded by...
Well, I walked in, and I was standing next to Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro and Michael Douglas. Well, there's Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and a guest, I don't know her name, Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is usually kind of protected by Grace Hightower, a little gossip for you. She's kind of his wife / bodyguard. So if you try to talk to him, she kind of like steps in the way.
And says, excuse me.
Yeah, so there's me and
De Niro.
Can I call him Bobby D?
Sure, you can call him whatever you want. You're hanging out with him.
Yeah,
you guys look like best buds right there.
We are. There are tons of photos of us together. I was drinking pretty heavily, so I was very comfortable. I had my hand on his shoulder and probably slobbering in his ear or something. Yeah.
I have to say real quickly, I have to ask you real quickly, is Catherine Zeta as beautiful in person? I think she is just gorgeous.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Like just a thing of beauty in the room.
Right.
Tory Burch, the designer, she was there. Last year I stepped on her foot.
Ouch.
Really,
was she wearing
pulled her shoe off, stepped on her foot. She was probably wearing Tory Burch shoes, I'm sure. She was a good sport about that. There was a photo booth there. I got the police commissioner, Ray Kelly, into the photo booth.
That's what you were saying, but he wouldn't let you take those pictures.
Well, no, and you know what? Those are his pictures. And that's Kathy Griffith from the Bravo upfronts. Go back to that. She liked to pose for photos in front of her own image.
I'm not surprised about that, actually.
Yeah.
What else did you guys talk about, though? Because she's a little bit outrageous, and sometimes you're watching a show and you never know what she's going to come out of her mouth. She's flirty and fun, and well, she's called what, Life on the D list. She's moved up a little bit, right? She's like a C, maybe now. Yeah.
At this point, maybe B.
Maybe.
Nah, we'll say C.
All right.
But she was cool, and the Vanity Fair party was just really amazing party.
Well, you also hung out with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and
she looks fantastic.
Aida Tortoro, who played Tony Soprano's sister.
That's right.
She is awesome.
Missed that show.
Awesome. She was the life of the party. I hung out with her all night. Her and her publicist. We basically milled around and made our way through the party and gave everyone a hard time, and everyone knew we were there. Thankfully, we didn't get kicked out. And
that's a good thing.
Then at the end, we hung out with there's this famed New York photographer, Patrick McMullen. He's like the only non-Vanity Fair photographer allowed in the party. So he's like the big shot photographer.
So there was one non-Vanity Fair photographer and one non-celebrity.
That was me.
You.
Yeah. So I was kind of a mole.
Yeah.
Sort of.
you bring all that information and good stuff here to Fox, Connecticut.
Yes.
So what's on tap? What are you gonna be doing?
Well,
this
the
week?
Tribeca Film Festival is this week, so I'm gonna go to every after party and red carpet event that I can get into, and hopefully my invites just keep pouring in, and I'll bring the the information
Bring
up
it
here
right
to you
up
guys.
here. All right, thanks, Tom. And for updates, just head to your website, celebritymagnet.com. Thanks so much, Tom.
Thank you, and my
See you
Huffington
next
Post
week.
too.
Yes, that's right. We look forward to all that you got next week.
Cool.